So I think the last time was I got cut off talking about the uh, the decadence of space raiders. So many space raiders, and I could basically have them all, but I chose not to because I didn't want to let that level of gluttony, as I said, go to me head, which is, quite rightly so, quite wise that, and I still feel the same way today. Today's been a good day. Things are changing. Today's probably been the most significant day. I sent the job application yesterday. I got a call back first thing in the morning today for an interview on Wednesday, which is, don't know how many days away that actually. It's not long, and it's a few, maybe 3 or 4. Amazing, just immediate response. And then today, after a little bit of humming and hawing, a little bit of procrastinating, I filled in my benefits claim and got that sent off. There's always just such a such a reluctance because of just that type of admin involved, asking you for particulars that you worry that you might not remember, or you'll have to go and fetch a sort of file. But that's one of the I've come to sort of realise that's one of the great things about like, the digital age and so on now, is that admin is just in theory it can be made a complete piece of piss, and I was actually, I wouldn't say I was enjoying it. I enjoyed what I enjoyed about it was thinking back to how we used to fill in big booklets, and you'd write it in boxes with pen, and you'd go over the booklet and just and then what I left, the feeling that I was left with after contemplating how admin was done in the olden days was just the poor bastards who had to process it and would be given these what if your job was processing those booklets? Christ, do you know what I mean? Like, you just I would not turn up into work. I'd rather be on the dole. I'm not doing that for a job, processing those fucking those dole booklets. Who wants to do that? I mean, but those people did it, and so now it's great that computers can relieve them of that tiresome and laborious and just an odious job. Those humans must be really celebrating now somewhere. Who knows what they're doing? They probably got their own YouTube channels. But that was good. That was one of the good things today. 2 good things. I got the job interview on Wednesday, and I filled in my benefits thing, and I'm sure there were a few other things. There was something I've been also putting off, but I almost can't. It was a massive cloud. It was a massive burden. It was a massive weight that was just causing anxiety, completely needless now. Needlessly, I realise now that I've done it and actually sort of enjoyed the process of doing it. I've been freed up. Something's been lifted. I'm just seeking for the next, the next thing that I need to get done, because I'm still not out of this. I've still got mountains of debt. I've still got the bank calling me up, even though I sort of put some money was put in there to sort of take me back underneath my my overdraft level. I'm still months behind in rent, and you know what I mean. I've got no job right now. Just only an interview. There's a long way to go before you, and then to get the job, and then to start getting paid. Do you know what I mean? There's a long way to go before I can start even legitimately start feeling just comfortable. But regardless of that, it's my level of sustained proaction. The fact that I'm recording, I'm documenting it each time, every day, and it's almost become like habitual now, and almost like a habit that I enjoy. Well, I'm starting to enjoy it. It's quite cathartic, I guess. So I mean, it would probably would be completely horrible if it was completely going the opposite way. But then I'd probably stop. There are a number of people who started diaries, like depressed people who started diaries on YouTube, and they get off to a cracking start with great intentions, and then it just fizzles out after the second one, and that's it. And I've done that countless times myself, just like done one and then just stopped, done one then stopped, and each time it was just, I'm up to 7 now. This is unreal. This is like uncharted territory, heady climbs type of business. But that's good. So there's definitely something for me which is don't know, something underlying has changed, and I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it's. I feel better. I'm thinking. I can think better. I can do tasks better. I can think within tasks more efficiently. The pressure of certain tasks isn't as much, I'd say, but I'm under no illusions that I could be back to square one, over something so really trivial and small, or this almost horror. I don't know. It's almost like I don't want to really think about it, to be honest. It feels like it's taking me back to a place that I'd like to say fuck off to, but this almost, I'd convinced myself that I was asserting myself by choosing not to do anything. You know what I mean? Like not moving, or when you've got to do something, you've got to act. There's an urgency in the air, and you've got to make a decision, and you just don't. You're almost, there's a perverted sense that you're asserting yourself, like, no, that's not the destiny for me. I'll choose what my destiny is. My destiny is going to be, and if my destiny ends up being just sitting still right here and waiting for waiting for the sun to set, or just experiencing time just go past, then I'll do that. But like I'm the one who's in control. And I think it's quite perverted that if that idea takes a hold and you actually follow it through, you actually give it some credit and go with it for a while. It literally doesn't lead you anywhere. You end up at a brick wall. Well, you end up here, where I am now. I ended up here at this point, so maybe it was a good thing. But you reach, for me anyway, I reached at like a rock bottom. Like literally, there was no other way out apart from do what was necessary, what was right, and try not to slow down. Doing what is right. If anything, just accelerate. Try and do all those things are right. Not at once, obviously, but just build your momentum, so on. But just try and do them. Try and do as much of them as you can, like consecutively, and just see, build up your muscles in that sort of realm. You know what I mean? You build up your ability to do these tasks quickly and well, successfully, and then just go on to bigger tasks, build up your muscles, and just who knows, where that is a good thing. No one can say that's a bad thing to do, and who knows where you will be. It's just like that is a road I want to be on. So yeah, I'm just starting this. I had the choice between two things, as like a sort of an entertainment for the evening. One which was a comic, and the other one which was a film by Jodorowsky. I don't know what forget what his first name. Alice Alejandro. I think it is that. I think he's Mexican I think he's Mexican. His film, one of his films, The Holy Mountain, or there was this comic, Monstrous, or The Monstrous. I think it's just Monstrous. And so I went for Monstrous. Both of them the aesthetic attracted me, appealed to me, and that's another thing which is coming back slowly. The ability to be moved by the aesthetic of things, just like on a subconscious level. Just I like that. That excites me. That moves me. Just the way it looks. And you know what I mean. Aside from just like people, or like girls, or just like the physical humans, just the aesthetic of anything, like the arrangement of specks of mud going up a cyclist's t-shirt or something like that. The way it sprays up. I don't know. Even though you can't really do that shit, they always look good. Those the spray of mud. You know what I mean? You get that sense of like force, direction of movement. It's all still there on the, especially if they're wearing an absolutely Daz white t-shirt. I mean, it'd be great. Foolish for them to do that, but excellent in terms of if there was a passing artist who was taking notes on those types of things. So that type of thing, just the aesthetic of an arrangement of things, the order of things, and just gives an aesthetic satisfaction, which is not to some degree, not fully. I don't think I've ever known it to be fully realized. I think I've always been mildly or semi-depressed. So maybe this is finally the way of getting the lid off and seeing exactly what I can do in this shell, this body I've been given. Take the soup it up and give it some tweaks, and see what it can do.